Hate crimes against American Muslims have soared to their highest levels since after 9/11. Crimes including arson, murder, assault, and violent threats are up 78%. The vandalism on the mosque's north side was reported Friday evening. The word Trump scrawled across the brick building in red spray paint. An armed militia is targeting a Muslim congregation. A Facebook page called Stop the Mosque, with videos of masked men setting off bombs in the woods, calling its plans to build an effort to build a training ground for the Islamic State group. A gunman shot and killed an imam and his assistant on the street near their mosques. The police did not release a motive for the shooting. They were wearing religious garb and were carrying more than $1,000. The money was not taken. She struck the woman in the face and body, also attacking her children, repeatedly shouting, "This is the United States of America. You're not supposed to be different from us." The men drew swastikas and wrote messages. Messages including, "Fuck Islam, fuck Allah, go back to your country, go home, and USA." The hate message, left on the door of the family's home, said, "Terrorist, leave. No one wants you here. Your kind is a disgrace. 9/11 was your fault." The message also included a crude drawing of a Muslim woman wearing a headscarf holding a bomb with the comment, "Take that expletive off of your head." "Now I am scared and worried about my child," he said. "I was scared. No sleeping." He came to our apartment twice at midnight and at 2 a.m., passing racial slurs, teaching us how to behave and how to live in this country, mentioning Donald Trump and his desire to vote for him to kick us out of this country. A Muslim woman wearing a traditional garment had her clothes set on fire by a man with a lighter. A woman and her 2 sons attacked and verbally assaulted a Muslim mother and her daughter. When the mother called the police, the cops did nothing.
Florida. 27-year-old Joshua Killitz was arrested for smashing the windows and overturning furniture at the Islamic Center of Palm Beach. Killitz had previously posted content against Muslims on his Facebook profile. Killitz even bragged about committing the act to the person who reported the incident to local police. New York. 26-year-old Robert Marino of Brooklyn was arrested for assaulting employees of a Midtown restaurant and accusing them of supporting ISIS. Marino punched an employee who attempted to intervene. After being escorted out of the restaurant, Marino later returned and threw a chair through a glass partition. He has been charged with a hate crime. Pennsylvania. A red pickup truck threw a pig's head at the front door of an Islamic Society building early Monday morning before driving off. Islam is well known for forbidding Muslims from eating pork or coming into contact with pigs. No arrests have been made. Pennsylvania. 19-year-old Nicholas Tavella, a Penn State student, grabbed an Indian student by the throat, telling him, "Don't make me put a bullet in your chest." Tavella admitted to police he racially profiled the student, saying he appeared to be Middle Eastern. Tavella is charged with felony ethnic intimidation and faces misdemeanor charges of terroristic threatening, simple assault, disorderly conduct, and stalking and harassment.
Linwood. A woman woke up on Tuesday to find a swastika and the word ISIS keyed into the hood of her Hyundai. Seattle. A man posts threats online against the Idris Mosque in North Seattle. He claimed to have an assault rifle and extra ammunition. Portland. A Muslim man was beaten to death with a shovel by a construction worker he hired. Police respond to a 911 call of a man being attacked with a shovel when they arrived to find the victim covered in straw. Spokane. A Sikh temple is vandalized by a man who officials say he thought the temple was a mosque. In Spokane, a man called an Indian American small business owner a terrorist. He then broke into his home and threatened his family with a knife. I was trained to kill people like them. Portland. A man is being held on a suspicion of murdering an elderly Muslim man. Fresno. An elderly Sikh man was punched in the face and body by the two individuals who then hit him with a moving truck. Los Angeles. A Sikh bus driver was called a terrorist and a suicide bomber. He was also brutally assaulted while driving the Metro bus. Palm Springs. A 23-year-old Palm Desert man who threw a Molotov cocktail into a mosque, igniting a fire. Houston. A Muslim man is shot on his way to morning prayers. Tulsa. After purchasing gas, a man attacked and stabbed the gas station clerk, calling him a terrorist.
Sajid Tarar, Republican National Convention on July 18, 2016. Tarar booed with chants of No Islam, received harsh wake-up call, the very fact he was associated with Islam. Khairuddin Mahazumi, Los Angeles Airport, California on April 6, 2016. Booted from a Southwest flight and questioned by the FBI for speaking Arabic. To all Muslims, Manchester, New Hampshire, Trump speech on June 13, 2016. Donald Trump said, "The Muslims have to work with us. They know what's going on." Muslims of color, people of color, Democratic National Convention on July 27, 2016. Bill Clinton declared, "If you're a Muslim and love freedom and hate terror, stay here." Muslim immigrants, Germany premises on December 8, 2014. Two Pakistani men hospitalized after getting attacked by a group of 20 German bikers. Sheriff El-Hassani, Florida Islamic Center of Palm Beach on December 2015. Discovered vandalized on Friday. Several windows smashed and blood splattered in the prayer room. Tahir Mehud, New York City at Herald Square Restaurant, December 2015. A customer burst into an anti-Muslim tirade, slapping one worker, busting glass partitions with a chair. Imam Muha Shehata, Philadelphia at Al-Qaeda Islamic Society on December 5, 2015. Drove pig's head from the passenger side of a red pickup truck that drove by the building twice Sunday night. The persona said, "God is a pig and God is pork." Imad Ijal, Idaho Islamic Center of Twin Falls on December 2015. Vandalized with the words "Hunt Cap." Pennsylvania student on December 6, 2015. Asked if the student was going to rape a girl. "Don't make me pull a bullet in your chest," he said.
Sutahar Sabaraj in Omaha, Nebraska is an Indian immigrant who was knocked unconscious outside an Indian restaurant by an assailant who shouted, "Get out of my country," as he beat him. John Retzheimer of Hancock, New York had threatened to travel to the state and confront a Muslim group in the area. He reportedly posted a video of himself cocking a gun and threatening Muslims. Gagandeep Singh of New Jersey is a Sikh boy who was assaulted while walking home from school by an unknown assailant who threw him to the ground and then cut his hair. Aslam Khan of Fort Worth, Texas, reports a woman in an SUV threatening several people at an Islamic association, telling them to get out of America and that someone was coming back to kill them. Clayton Alexander Kanzler of Houston, Texas, was arrested after allegedly saying he would shoot up a mosque to avenge the Paris attacks. Mariano Talavera of San Antonio, Texas, was arrested after he allegedly walked into an Islamic center and began wiping his boots on prayer mats while shouting insults. Chester Gore of New York allegedly broke into a mosque to leave a fake explosive device. Teresa Church, a Muslim woman of Austin, Texas, found a note saying "Go away" on her windshield. Maher Kali of Chicago was questioned while trying to board a Southwest Airlines flight. Naveed Kazi of Texas received a letter with a cartoon of the Prophet Muhammad and a threat to convert to Christianity before it's too late. Dayton Coley of Brooklyn, New York, allegedly insulted and spat on 2 Muslim women. Anthony Mohammed of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, shot a Muslim cab driver. Hassam Aylush of Anaheim, California, reports a bullet-ridden copy of the Quran left outside an Islamic store. Sarkar Haque of Queens, New York, was attacked by a man who allegedly shouted he wanted to kill all Muslims. Rashid Al-Bashari of Alameda County, California, uploaded a video of a woman hurling insults at him and his friends after she saw them praying in a park. Carl James Dow Jr. of Coachella Valley, California, was arrested on suspicion of deliberately setting fire to a mosque. Samson Wood Michael of Charlotte, North Carolina, was brutally beaten by a passenger in his Uber who mistakenly believed he was Muslim. Mark James Riddle of Norman, Oklahoma, was shot by cops after he called 911 and threatened to shoot Muslims in retaliation for the attacks in Paris. The El Masari family of Orlando, Florida, arrived at their home to find a series of bullet holes on their garage doors and walls. Mahmoud Hashem of Connecticut is a Muslim student at UConn who found the words "Killed Paris" written under his dorm.